Most indie filmmakers think the only way to make money is film festivals or begging investors. That's a lie. Today I'm going to show you 3 revenue streams that most indie filmmakers sleep on. But if you tap into them, you can start making money this week. And let me know in the comments, what's the biggest obstacles you face right now as an indie filmmaker? Hack 1, sell digital products. All right, I'm gonna let my buddy right here, YC Images, tell us exactly what digital products are. YC Imaging is his name. Let's get to it.
The YouTube platform is selling digital products. And what is a digital product? What's the concept of a digital product? A digital product is essentially something that is digital that is going to be sold to you that can help improve the work that you're creating or create some sort of transformation for you. So here's a couple examples of that. For me, I sell a ton of different digital products. One of my most popular ones is a transition pack, me creating transitions that you can use inside of programs like Final Cut Pro 10 and Adobe Premiere Pro. Digital guides, like my music video director guide that I dropped a couple years ago, and 2, my kits that I dropped, which are essentially just branding kits. They give you a lot of different options for you to be able to promote your work on different social media platforms. So they are by far my most profitable when it comes to my monetizing methods on the YouTube platform. Digital products are great. If you can create a product that solves someone's problem, speeds up their process, or gives them some sort of transformation in the work that they're creating, or just them as a whole, as a person, people love digital products. And a great
So make guides in Canva, upload to Gumroad or KDP, sell your YouTube description. Sell via your YouTube description. Hack 2, YouTube content repurposing. Behind the scenes vlogs, tutorials about gear, lighting, editing, film breakdown, commentaries. All right, I'm gonna let Kofi Yaboa explain to us behind the scenes and how to handle ourselves if you were doing it on a professional level for somebody else, and then you could pick up some insight about how to actually utilize it for yourself. Because you'll be doing some behind the scenes for yourself a lot of times. That's the way artists have to do it these days, even just to build content. All right, so let's get to it.
Go in stealthy. Reduce your kit to make it a little bit more compact and a little bit less conspicuous, so when you're getting behind the scenes footage, you're actually not slowed down. In essence, you're going to be a ninja from the hidden filmmaking village, and most of the time children are seen and not heard, and in behind the scenes content, you want to be neither. Now the second thing I'm going to tell you is actually be behind the scene, and not just physically, but also your composition as well. Your job is to capture everything that the camera and the production is actually trying to hide, and not to be a second camera angle for that production, because if they needed a second operator, they would have hired one. Now, in the early days when I got behind the scenes footage back, I ended up just getting a bunch of rehashed images and compositions of stuff I already lit for. And none of it was really behind the scenes. If anything, it just kind of felt like that person was grabbing compositions for themselves to make their own video with, which is never going to be useful content for another production company or another filmmaker. Generally speaking, you want to be able to get bigger and wider shots, and that way you're going to be able to capture everything that's going on in terms of what it took to make the actual film, rather than just getting secondary or third angles for the film itself. And next,
So a lot of things he's saying is basically you want to make sure that you're filming stuff that's not necessarily going to be in the overall ending of that production. It'll just be stuff that you dug up and you captured with your camera that'll be utilized, and most of the times it'll have production crew members in the shot, because you're shooting the behind the scenes production of the shot, not necessarily so much the actual person who's the subject. So this is just a little stuff that you can do to actually build content, and that most people are not realizing how you can utilize the repurposing of productions and YouTube content. So, and then tutorials are also major in that position, because that's something you can train people and teach people, just like that guy was doing in that video. And then film breakdown, again, film breakdowns is what we can do, where we're just talking about movies and different stuff, even your own films that you created yourself. So it's all good content. Even my movie, which is currently on Tubi, I was able to break down some of the scenes and
Oh
give
yeah,
a lot of
and we
content.
need to think about our readership with the younger generation.
That's just
Check it out. Have you figured out which word you want to hit first? Not exactly. Two. Because I don't never see that fool anywhere else unless it's high profile. Where was he at when? Yo, pick it up, pick it up.
So this is an hour movie that I made that's currently on Tubi right now, and I was able to break it down into smaller pieces to put the content on a different platforms like Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and the rest of them. So that's just something you can do from your longer films and your longer content. Hack 3, teaching and services. Coaching, editing gigs, script consulting. 4 clients at $50 each is $200 a week, $800 a month, and $9,600 a year. If a filmmaker calls you asking, hey, how do you like this scene? That's a $30 call. That's just not a friendly favor. When I started, I thought the only way to make money was to sell a movie. Wrong. I made more money from spin-off products and services than from the movie itself. That's when it clicked. The movie is the marketing. The money is from everything you build around it. Bonus hack. Licensing your film clips. Upload them to stock video sites. You'd be surprised. People will pay $50 to $100 just to use 10 seconds of your clip of a city skyline shot or for a commercial. So you've got 3 plus a bonus. These revenue streams you can start building today. Subscribe, because in the next video I'm breaking down how to turn a $500 camera into $50,000 in 12 months. And grab my download in the comments. It's a little filmmaker handbook waiting on you. I'll have a free mini course coming soon called How to Make Money on YouTube Without 1,000 Subscribers. If you found value in this video, share it with another filmmaker who needs to hear it. That way we can build a community of creators who aren't just making music, who aren't just making art, but making money from it too. And remember, you don't need Hollywood to validate you. The real power is building small, consistent revenue streams that take care of you and your family. Every film you make can become an asset that works for you long after you've moved on from that project. Check out our next video coming soon.